Breaking news coming in from Pakistan. The Pakistan Supreme Court has directed the state bank to release funds for elections and bypasses the federal government. The Supreme Court on Friday ordered the State Bank of Pakistan to release funds for the Punjab elections, deepening the rift with the federal government. The Pakistani Supreme Court has ordered the state bank to provide funds for the elections in the next 72 hours, bypassing the government's refusal to approve the funds. These are exclusive inputs coming in from our investigations editor, Manoj Gupta. I'm joined by my colleague, Abhishek Jha, who's joining us with this piece of breaking news as well. Abhishek, give us the details.
So we have talked about how the crisis in Pakistan is deepening between various constitutional institutions, and this is in the latest incident where now Pakistani Supreme Court seems to be taking matter in its own hand and bypassing the government diktats. It has asked the State Bank of Pakistan to release funds for the election of Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is scheduled for mid of May. We know that earlier Supreme Court had restored Pakistan Election Commission's decision to hold elections of Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in the month of May, which was challenged, and there has been multiple political confusion regarding whether this will happen or not. But with the latest decision of Supreme Court to ask the State Bank of Pakistan that the funds of 21 billion Pakistani rupees should be released in the next 72 hours, it looks like that elections will happen, and it will have many political implications as well for the incumbent Shahbaz Sharif government, for the opposition party leader Imran Khan, who has been watching very closely, and actually he's betting his future political prospect on these two elections, which will also guide how the overall General Assembly election will fare when they will be held around October.
Right. I'm also joined by security analyst Pathakrit Payne on the phone line. Pathakrit, how do you see this development coming in from Pakistan? Why do you think the Shahbaz Sharif government is not releasing the money when it comes to the state elections in Punjab?
Well, first of all, up till now, you had economic crisis in Pakistan, you had foreign policy crisis, you had debt crisis, you had security crisis and political crisis. Now you have a major crisis between the political establishment and the judiciary. I think the reason why Shahbaz Sharif government has been using the pretext of financial crisis for not releasing the funds is because I think there is a strong apprehension that given the kind of outrage and sentiment that has been built up in Pakistan against the incumbent government, that if there is an election, there's a strong possibility of Imran Khan coming back to power, with his party coming back to power with an overwhelming majority. So I think that's one of the reasons that there is an apprehension that's the reason that they are not willing to release the fund. The other reason for which I think Supreme Court's power was being attempted to be cut down is because Shahbaz Sharif government thinks there is an apprehension, there is this perception that the judiciary is per se against Nawaz Sharif, and so that's the reason they were trying to cut it down. But I think the Supreme Court of Pakistan has put the parliament and the political establishment in its own place. It's going to create a new kind of conflict between the two, a tough war, and it would be interesting to see what step and which side the deep state, the Rawalpindi or the army of Pakistan will take. Will they side with the Shahbaz Sharif government, which is already on a decline, steep decline in terms of popularity, or would they side with the judiciary and allow it to have an independence as an institution? It would be interesting to see. But overall, if you look at it, it only adds to one more feather so far as the overall implosion of Pakistan happening from inside. Institutional conflicts between institutions was the last thing Pakistan needed. Unfortunately, this was the time they should have focused more on having an agenda to resurrect the economy. They don't have. They are busy fighting with each other. They're busy protecting their own turf. They're busy making sure that elections get delayed so that their own stranglehold on the economy or the country can continue. Overall, I think the crisis is only going to deepen, and it's only manifesting in various forms within Pakistan.
Right. And Pathakrit, before I let you go, one final question. How do you sense Imran Khan is looking at all these developments with these different institutions at loggerheads with each other?
Well, Imran Khan, let me tell you, he's a spin master. He knows how to actually spin stories. He had sold the story of Naya Pakistan. People of Pakistan bought it. Eventually, it was proved to be a bluff. This time, he's giving a bluff. He is trying to project himself as the last resort for Pakistan, and he can resurrect the economy, which is certainly not going to happen. Imran Khan would look at it positively. There's a strong possibility that there would be a vote against the incumbent governments and in favor of Imran Khan's party. But nevertheless, even if Imran Khan wins the election, it would be interesting to see what he does with the deep state of Pakistan, or how the deep state of Pakistan would react. There is a perception that the deep state of Pakistan, which is the army itself, is deeply divided between a section which is pro Imran Khan and another section which is anti Imran Khan. But let me tell you, within 3-4 months, Imran Khan's party, if it comes back to power gradually after winning the state elections and eventually winning the election for the the federal election, eventually it will become more unpopular than what the present incumbent government is, because like Shahbaz Sharif's government, Imran Khan also has no idea about what to do the economy. They are trying to, salvage out of the crisis that people have in Pakistan, and they're desperately looking for a way out. They might vote for Imran Khan, but eventually Imran Khan will only add to the crisis that Pakistan has, because like the present government, Imran Khan also is absolutely clueless. It is irony that all the time that Imran Khan talks about, resurrecting Pakistan, talks about Naya Pakistan, talks about how he is the only savior of Pakistan and everybody else has, made sure that Pakistan collapses. There is not a single word that he says and mentions about how he would like to chart a new story for Pakistan. What would be his economic strategy, security strategy, foreign policy strategy? There's nothing except rhetoric. But unfortunately, that's the predicament of Pakistan, that they are driven by rhetoric. He might win election, but eventually it will not add to the happiness of people of Pakistan. Their and their, sinking of the economy of the country into a bottomless pit will continue, irrespective of whether Imran Khan wins or not. But the chances are very high that he would win the elections.
Right. Thank you, Pathakar, for sharing your perspective when it comes to this tussle that's taking place in Pakistan as it faces that economic crisis. Shifting focus a day after